If you want to know all the ways to make crystals in Cookie Run Kingdom, make sure to stick around and I'll explain how. Hey everyone, it's Mookie, and in today's video, I'm going to break down every single way you can obtain crystals in Cookie Run Kingdom. Many of these ways are going to be a one-time deal, so if you're looking for a way to get consistent crystals, feel free to check out my previous video in which I break down how you can get crystals every day, adding up for a total of 3,500 plus crystals every week, completely free. As always, there are timestamps below if you want to check out a specific part of the video, and with that, let's get into it. Starting off the list is going to be by far the easiest method, and it's going to be the world exploration. Within this, you have chapters for both story mode as well as dark mode. For right now, I'm going to be focusing on story mode. Located at the bottom right here, you can see a star total. Each story chapter gives you 300 crystals if you get 30 stars, 500 for 60 stars, and a whopping 700 for 90 stars, adding up to 1500 crystals total just for 3-starring every level. In addition to this, you will also get crystals for 3-starring a level for the first time. So I just hopped over into the dark mode to show you guys this example. As you guys can see, for the first win, you'll get 20 crystals, and then 30 crystals for 2 stars and 50 crystals for 3 stars, adding up to a total of 100 crystals for each level you completely 3-star. And on average, there are 28 to 31 levels per chapter, so that's a huge 2800 to 3100 crystals per full chapter 3-star completion. Combine this with the previously mentioned reward of 1500 crystals for 3-starring the whole chapter, and you're looking to make well over 4,000 crystals each story mode chapter you complete. So the second part of this method is also regarding world exploration, but is now going to be about the dark mode. I'm just going to hop into dark mode chapter 10 right here. So in terms of each level completion, it is a little different in dark mode. You will still get the 100 crystals for 3-starring a level for the first time, as you guys previously just saw. However, some levels will give you a character icon or replacement of the last star reward. So if I go back to 10-14 right over here, you guys can see I will get this character icon, which is kind of cool. It shows off for your friends and stuff like that you beat this level. However, it does replace that 50 gem reward for the 3-star completion. It's only like 1 to 2 levels in each dark mode chapter that do this, so just take the 3100 crystals you would have made for the whole chapter and subtract 100. You're still going to be making 3000 crystals. Something to also mention in dark mode is the last reward of 700 crystals for the full star completion bar at the bottom is replaced with 3 soul stones of a specific cookie. As you can see here, I will get 3 licorice cookie soul stones for completing the full star meter, meaning you will only get 800 crystals if you complete the star meter. In total, you're looking to get roughly 3800 crystals for each dark mode chapter you complete. For this next method, we are going to be talking about the Tower of Records. So if you go back to your kingdom, you can head over to the Tower of Records right over here. It's going to be in the far left. I'm just going to zoom in on it. It's right over here. You just tap on it, and you can see all these different tabs. Recently, we got the Guild Museum tab, but it's currently still in the works. In these tabs, you have the Storyline Adventures, Special Records, and Cookie Stories after you unlock a specific cookie. The adventure rewards are earned through simply playing the game and completing small essential quests as well as the main story chapters. For the Special Records rewards, these rewards are unlocked by basically everything that isn't the world exploration. This includes the Sugar Gnome Lab, Tower of Sweet Chaos, Tropical Soda Islands, and so much more. A lot of this tab is completed by the game itself, guiding you to work towards quests and things that passively complete this. Now for the Cookie Story rewards, these are unlocked to my knowledge when you unlock the specific cookie and level it up to level 10. I only say this as I didn't unlock the herb cookie quest until I leveled them up, but I'm not too sure, so if anyone knows, please leave it in the comments below as I'd appreciate the help. Anyways, in doing this, you will unlock their side quests, which include things like upgrading some buildings, cleaning up the kingdom, and things like that. There are only like 10 steps for each quest line, so you can get the crystals at the end, but also extra rewards for completing each side quest step. Now for the crystal amount, you can get 300 crystals for each quest line, and there are a total of 32 records to complete. So that's a huge 9,600 crystals for completing every single one of these tabs right over here. Now this next method falls in line with the previous method of the Tower of Records, and it's all about achievements. In the game, there are event tab achievements as well as regular achievements. The event tab achievements can be located under the event tab on the far left, and if you scroll down, if my internet decides, to reconnect sometime soon. Anyways, so press on the event tab and you scroll down a little bit, you can see achievements right over here. There's going to be a lot more for you guys if you're just new to the game, but for myself, as I'm fully completed the game just about, there's not going to be that many for me. I will also like to mention, it's going to be a rough estimate as I don't recall the exact amount you can get for previous levels, but nonetheless, my guess will be lower than the actual number if I'm incorrect. So to me, if you go right over here, it looks like you get 300 crystals for every 5 levels, and there are 642 levels if you include both modes. So 642 levels divided by 5 levels per reward is essentially 128 rewards. Now you multiply that 128 rewards by 300 crystals and you get a nasty 38,520 crystals for literally beating the whole world exploration from start to finish in both modes. That is a lot easier said than done, I won't lie, as I myself just recently completed the main story mode and I'm nowhere near completing the dark mode, but still that's something to work towards. The second part here includes basic achievements. You can access this if you head back to your kingdom page and press on your character icon in the top left, and then the bottom tab will say details and then achievements. There are a lot of achievements to count here, so I won't read each method to getting crystals, as like I said, there's just way too many and this video is long enough already. But essentially based off some basic math and research, I've concluded that you can get roughly 20,000 to 30,000 crystals. So if you complete both these methods, which reminder is a long grind and not an overnight result, you can walk away with 68,520 crystals. Now that is some serious crystal. If you're enjoying this content so far and you learned something new, I will ask that you like this video, as well as if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and leave me a comment if you have any questions that you need answered. So for the next one, it's going to be short and sweet, and it's going to be all about side quests, as well as miscellaneous ways to get crystals. This can include the Tropical Soda Islands, so if I go right over to the Tropical Soda Islands, if you unveil all of these little cloud patches, you will find some chests underneath sometimes, and they have a chance to reward you all sorts of rewards, including crystals. Early on, I want to say somewhere over in this location, you get 4,000 crystals in one of the chests, which is pretty nice. As well as you can see, some of these side quests have a chance of giving you crystals. Now I want to say there's roughly 30 to 40 quests that have a chance of giving you crystals, and each one gives you 30 to 50 crystals. So for completion of all these side quests, you can get 2,500 to 3,500 crystals. And for my newer players out there, if you guys actually head over to the events tab and go back to the achievements category I mentioned earlier, you should see an event called the Tough Cookies event. And if you complete all the missions in that, it can yield you 14,500 total crystals. As well as after you complete that, you should unlock the Into the Unknown event, which gives you 1,000 total crystals for completing all of those. So the grand total for this method is going to be 18,000 crystals. This next method is a reliable method that can be done more than once, but it requires some work, and it's all about arena tier rewards. On screen you will see rewards you can get from each tier, and honestly I hit Master 3 rank last season and my account is free to play. It's just a little lucky. However, it seems that many players that dedicate an average amount of time on this game can hit Master 5 completely free, and that will give you a total of 4,820 crystals every reset, which is really consistent because honestly the meta in this game doesn't shift a lot when new cookies come out, and with that you can usually hit the same rank time and time again. Now for this next method, it's going to be all about the Décor Shop. So if you head back to your main kingdom page and press on this build icon in the bottom left, you can see buildings and decors. I'm going to say this now for clarification's sake, I will only be looking at a net profit of crystals here and not the aesthetic, so sorry to all of you out there that like a nice clean kingdom look. I will also note that some of these are a little bit pricey. You need to be careful about what you purchase as you can actually lose crystals. So looking at the shop, you're going to notice that some of these places give 300 crystals for purchasing the whole set. However, if you open up something like the Parfadia Fantasy, you're going to need 11,700 crystals just to be able to get this total 300 crystals reward. Granted, 5,000 of these crystals are actually going to be a landmark that give you rewards, but the rest of them that require crystals is just going to be all aesthetic, and in my opinion, it's just not worth it. Again, if you're looking for the aesthetic, do you boo, but for now, I'm just sticking with what gives me a lot more bang for my buck. So if you purchase wisely, you can get roughly 900 crystals out of this, which isn't a lot, but that's still something. Now for fun's sake, on screen, I'm gonna display the nasty number you can hit if you fully do all of these methods. All of the numbers are a rough amount as they are subject to change as new updates come out with new methods and rewards. So if you do all of the chapters for both story mode and dark mode fully, completely, 3-star and everything, you can get 96,600 crystals. Now add that with the previously mentioned numbers I provided in this video, and you get an outstanding 195,440 crystals. That is just nuts. And also guys, if you want to check me out on other social media, my links will be in the description below, including my Twitch where I stream twice a week. And with that, thank you all for watching. I wish you all the best of luck with your grind, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care and peace.